Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. I'm late, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. I am extremely late today. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. Hi. Hi, Kaka Malebu. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm excited. I'm excited. Good morning, Ausmatumelo. Wow. Without a waste of time, I've wasted time already. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Today is day 11. Can you imagine? Like time, if you feel it, right? So the way you late, you got the eyebrow dia jaiva. You know. Good morning, Gogo Mokochi. I was about to check. For Cape Town in jail, eh? No, I'm here. Gogo Connie, thank you. Good morning. Oh, guys, welcome once more to the 11 of 21. Sure, okay. Where do I start? Yesterday we spoke about. Good morning, Austinika. Thank you for joining. Yesterday we spoke about the outer experience, right? That ancestors communicate back with us. For those that were not here and wanna catch up, you're most welcome. And to tell you guys that these videos are not going to be on Facebook forever. Anytime I feel like, you know what, today I'm not tired after this, I'm just going to remove all of them. Some are going to go into YouTube, while some are not going to be on YouTube. You're going to have to pay for them, right? So this is free information. Grab whatever opportunity that God has given you and your ancestors, and not pay, don't pay, refuse to pay, refuse to pay. So what we talked about yesterday is our outer experiences with our ancestors, how they communicate back to us using, natural things, because they understand that we are people of sight. For us to trust things of the nature, in the spirit, they would rather help us to be comfortable with them only, firstly, you know, with what we can see. You know what the Bible says in Romans 8, verse 2 or verse 6, says that the invincible things of God, like the things of the Spirit, are clearly seen, being understood by the things that God has made. So that is how He knows. God wise, Thomas, we will want to witness or can no, Maram this thing works. I man, no. Can let them no, let them prove, like we always want proof. So this is the first stage that they will take you for. No, be comfortable. How so chicken and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna send a bird a certain color, or I'm gonna send a bee, or I'm going to pass through the homo, cows or whatever that relates to what you have asked for. And I explained as well that not every day that we get exactly the answers that we wish to get. Sometimes the answers that you get is something that is very important, more than what you are asking at that particular moment. Or even if you have not asked for that, but something that is actually coming and is very important for you to pay attention to it. So ancestors are not biased. Ancestors will rather help you ground yourself, or guide you into the journey and that you are asking them for, but they will always have your best interest at heart. I born. So that is the thing. What sometimes answers are not gonna come the way you want, but the most important thing is for you to know how to interpret it. I spoke about the candles as well. After the birds and whatnot, I spoke about how candles have messages. The jumpy flames, the smoke, the wax, all of them, they have a message. But you've got to be willing to sit with those and train your intuition and open the and activate your third eye so that you are able to connect and hear and and see what that message is inside. Sometimes how I feel that flame, then you can connect and ask her, oh, okay, you know, then she will tell you. Or sometimes it will be an animal from whatever kingdom, you know, it will be water. Sometimes we don't want to it's waterfall or whatever. Like those things have message. So we need to pay attention. That is why people will pay. There are people that pay to have their candle waxes and flames interpreted, and this is one of the things that I do for people that are inside my online courses, um, and also what we are going to talk about today, dream interpretations and all that and all that. And okay, firstly, let me say this: those that have dream interpretations, that needs a dream to be interpreted, please, today I'm a giver, you know, type your dreams. If there's any dream that you need interpretation on, while I'm talking and blah blah blah, do hi Kaka. Thank you for joining. So if you have a dream that you want interpreted, today is your day. Type your dreams, and then when I'm done, ne, I'm gonna come to your dreams with when I'm done with what I want to deliver today. So flames, guys, those are important, 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 important. Your candles, your candles, your candles. Sometimes, like I said, you're going to see something that you have never seen, or a place like dilo tsa moya, they're just amazing. You know, dilo tsa moya, they are just that. They are simple, but because of our limited understanding, it takes time for us to, you know, get the information and run with it. But those are the most beautiful thing that you can actually, you know, relate to once you open yourself up. And I explained for a Google, guys, it has a limitation when it comes to some of these things. For instance, Google will tell you, no, how so it means this, right? While your ancestors banally another interpretation of that, right? So our spirit, why kids, that is why Orebo Marikeres. So every interpretation like is different from person to person, ne? And memoya haitwane. So like I always say that if somebody amputs over this cup is black, it's okay, it's black, it's not wrong, kobona. If I say that this is green and somebody else will see it as purple, it's still not, you know, wrong. So understand that you are a unique being, you come from a unique bloodline that do things differently, and mostly Batobalona, they will guide you based on what they know works, you know, from the bloodline, something that has been tested, something that has been used, something that has been trusted over the years in your bloodline where you come from. So it's very key that you don't follow the trend. It's very key that you don't go to YouTube and start interpreting, or rather asking other people or reading, you know, from other people. It helps. Like I said some time back, I said coaches and healers and guides and all these people, they have a need in our lives for a certain, you know, period, right? For some it can be just 2 minutes or a day, 3 weeks, 6 months to a year. But that does not mean that everything that they tell you, you must just take it. Take what you resonate with at that particular moment, and stop taking other people's experiences and applying them in your life. You are going to choke badly, and we don't want that. So when I just agree and accept the fact that you are different, I don't know how I'm going to say this. You are a unique being. You are unique. You are unique. You are unique. Everything about you is unique. That is why you are not going to answer your call the same. That is why you're not going to call yourself a guide like me. That is why you're not going to call yourself whatever like somebody else. So our path and our journeys and interpretations and our truths are different. Hint, truth. Truth, 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 truth. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but your truth is different. Good morning. The Shine is here. Thank you so much for joining, Shine. So that is what I explained today. Let me start with the dreams as continuity of yesterday. One of the biggest things that we know of that ancestors speak through Kiritor, right? Your dreams and your visions, which this is what they want you to know. Stop limiting them from coming to you through dreams and visions. Ne? So this is what we do, and it's a subconscious thing. Has no rapela and do whatever. You don't listen. You go expecting for no, but when I'm sleeping, I know that I'm gonna dream. Guys, like the limitation is a 0.000% thing that you should do for yourself, because you are imagine has no rapela in the morning. You are a unique being, Shine. Has no rapela in the morning, and then when you're gonna wait for the night, or maybe you're gonna say, okay, let me just take a nap. So you are actually robbing yourself of your moments. You are robbing yourself of your growth. You are robbing yourself of the flow and the presence of your people, because they are forever here. The moment even if I was for us slave, already she picked you up. I explained that ancestors, they should I call them capsules of energy? Yeah? They are the divine consciousness, just like the wind that keeps on blowing, and the breeze and all that. They are that. So the moment when you say God, the moment when you say the Holy Spirit, the moment when you say on or Malome, that drops within the space that you are in, and they come immediately, not tomorrow, not yesterday or whatever. But the challenge is we always have this thing that, okay, I'm getting a distraction, there's somebody that is sending me a message. So there is always this thing that we think that when we pray we are going to get something. Guys, I was healing this over the past few weeks, and I see that it's actually the most painful thing, and this is where it comes from for most of us. We come from broken homes. We come from homes that were stricken by poverty, by lack, that at a point in our lives we actually believed there are certain things that are not for us, and there are certain things that I'm gonna get, but I know that I'm not gonna get today. Why not today? Because of the struggles that you have seen. Like you can ask for hana pampas or stuff like that, and answer you don't get the answer immediately, right? That when you don't get the answer immediately, you already subconsciously, because of it has been a wheel, a cycle of defeat, you already designed this thing for you, but not fine. And this thing does not start there. You have seen, before you can even understand it for yourself, you have seen how your mother or your grandmother have struggled, and people that you stayed with, right, struggled with you, feeding you, clothing you, and all those things. So from that, you capture, and then the answer is being given right on the spot. And you need to be vulnerable. You really need to be vulnerable. You need to be honest. I want this journey. Okay, I am back. My network was just acting up. Ne? So I was saying that in this journey, you need to be as honest as possible to yourself. And we start not knowing who we are. We start not understanding where we come from, where we are going, where we are at that moment, right? But you know what? You left my family broken. You left us with nothing. You have held, and you have not said anything to anyone about it. It will help you so that they can come and explain why did we live this way, why things have been like a roller coaster in the family, why have things have been like a pattern of defeat and pain and all these things. Come high, you have the right today, right? Be vulnerable, be open, be honest, so that you can grow and actually get answers for your life, right? So they come into this dream state, and then they answer you, and I explained about how they show up through birds, through animals, through places, because the moment when you sleep, you enter into the astral mode, which is your body, the astral body, the ones that you use when you're sleeping. So that is what happens. You go into another state, another space, completely into the astral world. Then you meet messengers and loved ones and archangels and angels that are working with you at that particular moment, either delivering message to you or you delivering. Like, there are two types of dreamers. The dreamers that you give message. Hi, Mama Halazan, thank you for coming. You give the message, and there are dreamers that receive message. So some of you are here, you are downloading things on here, like you're picking information, the signal, and then in your dream state you go and relate with the people and the beings of that site, and then they know what they're going to do. But for some of us, you receive downloads, you receive information so that you can bring the solutions here on earth. Right? So you need to understand what kind of a dreamer are you, so that you are able to not miss your moments. Because for every dreamer, there's a message, even though it might be like a parable, there's something there. Visions. I want this thing, over something. So, something, 2 minutes, that thing will enter into your house. We were told that there is nothing or no help out, inside of us. That is why we are continuously being told to go, go to Mamusebeleti in whatever corner, or Tamarisbek or KZN or whatever. Those are the people that can help you. Because of our ancestors as well are wounded when it comes to answering their call, when it comes to their visibility. And I touched on the wound of witchcraft a little bit some other day, where I said that some of them were crippled because they told them that if you dare answer that call, hey, you will see all of your generation, I will strike them. They are never going to survive. So for them to protect their children, for them to protect themselves, they had to dim their lights in order for that, to not happen. So Luena, you still have that thing of invisibility, of fearing, of doubting yourself and your capacities. That is why this whole thing is still striking you. So I believe that you guys will understand my message is that go to the root cause. And the root cause is your ancestral, where you come from. That's profound. I didn't know about the types of dreamers. I always thought we only receive messages. No, there are some that gives them, there are some that receives. You can be both, for that matter, right? Okay, I'm gonna come to your dreams now when I'm done with explaining this. So that's basically that, guys. Trust your instinct. If we can only believe that we are the prophets of our lives before anyone else's, because the gift is yours. It will benefit you first before it can benefit someone else. So if you are a prophetic, actually everybody is prophetic. Yeah? Because of now I can interpret dreams, or I can see, psychic wise, medium wise, does that not mean that for now you are not. You are a prophet in your own lane, in your own mandate. And like I said, if you can understand that we are unique beings, then you are not going to be bothered by how other people have been doing things and how they've been answering their call, and focus on our unique way of delivering what we have been assigned, and what we have signed for to come here. Because you agreed. Trust me, there is nothing that is a coincidence. If you want to know your life, like from A to Z, you can know it. I explained about the Akashic record the other day. Hey, Akashic record here, what? Akashic record simply in the Bazalwani way, term king, the book of life, right? So, and I explained that ancestors are part of the beings that are actually holding the book of life. Why? Because they have had this earthly experience. So they know that Hemoto, and then they will come, and then they know the history, they know where you come from, they know where you're going. That is why they are part of the beings that are holding the Akashic record. So if you want to know anything about your bloodline and all that is why God will answer through ancestors, because there are no other beings that will express and explain better your life than them. Yeah? So, and I also explained that the reason why sometimes we fail to not get answers, especially as we have not really dived or given ourselves time to come into the ancestral, is it denies us moments and truth and growth and answers at that particular time, because an angel is an angel, and it will never change. And an angel will never take a form of an ancestor, vice versa, right? An archangel is an archangel, high, an ancestor, high, an angel, high, spirit guide, animal guide, a tree has its own function, right? So that is why sometimes we miss our things, And like I said, that one day I had to understand when they said to me that anyone that is not embracing the ancestral, your ancestors on a daily basis come carrying blessings, right? They carry bloodline blessings, wealth, activations, whatever that anybody is asking for. And some particularly how they are like, for every day there's a new blessing, there's new mercy and new grace. Some of your people will hold on to the how, but they can't hold on to them for long, because for every day there's a freshness of something. So when or they live with the things, and when they live with them, dear guy, right? And sometimes it's not that I went to you and then Karino or no. It's because of I was praying for a refor. And then because of Matumelo is out of reach. I don't have a career refor, because of what? I'm just embracing. They also pick people from outside. And then when you have been saying, yeah, this, I need that, and I don't need this. Somebody in the blessings, right? So it's very key. That is why my message is all about, build the relationship. After we change the mindset, we unlearn, we release, then that is when I will say, you know what? Build according to your terms, according to how you will wish to experience your people. I am not leaving your things. I have a million. Thank you. I can't let you. Yes. Yeah, so maybe back at next time we don't know, right? So ratatata I grab le go ha bula ke mitsuri ke go go matumelo ke lore ke sa motse completely no ke ditsene tseo ha rona rona ke 1000 o ra 1000 rand ka tsena no go e hana nka se, right? So yeah, that's that. So we need to heal, guys. We need to heal the God wound. We need to heal the witchcraft wound. Both of this, they cover the wound of invisibility, the wound of service, the vow of service, the vow of invisibility. What is the other vow? The vow of loyalty. If I start with these three, I'm not going to finish, right? But once we can get into this, and I feel this is very key, these three that I've mentioned, invisibility, service, and loyalty, these are driven, or rather they are birthed from the wound of witchcraft and the God wound. Once we can deal with these two, then we can see, oh, the reason why Matumelo is scared of coming out, the reason why Oskoni is struggling with 1, 2, 3 is because of this and that and that. Because they are like an umbrella, according to how, I've experienced my own journey and the ones that I have worked with. These two wound, the God wound and the witchcraft wound, the God wound is number one. Yeah, I've promised them that I'm gonna deliver, trust me. So if tomorrow, hey, come to Zoom, you must run. Follow me to Zoom. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, but I feel that from Sunday, it's gonna be in a private setting. I will decide whether it's gonna be on Facebook room or it's gonna be on Zoom, and I'm trying my best to accommodate as many people as possible. Even those that aren't able to buy data, because no, but I can buy Facebook this, but I will pray for a perfect platform for us to take into this, right? Shine, I like what you just said now, that our ancestors are always come with blessings, but pass because we don't realize. Yep, they do. This journey requires our souls to be always present in the now. Hey, shine! Awitswe. Hey, this the moment, this now moment, this power of the presence. Jesus. Whew. Guys, this is the it. If we can understand the power of now, for it knows over as I'm showing up, blessings here. I might not even see them, but they are active. You know, things are just flowing for me. Things are opening up. It's kind of after the 21 days, get testimony. This is what I got. This is what I got. Show up for yourself. Let me tell you, the only thing that can allow you to not miss these things and for your people to hold on to is when you own up to your true identity. What are you here for? Who are you? Right? So hekele so ke queen ke sure le modimo o tla mpolellelo ra wa man nko le emenyana ngwana wa ka o la mona hore o etse ke o nnetse 21 days e bila o palla le go concentrator nko le emeleng ko lo yeo le tla mo fa yona ka di 17, right? So your purpose saves you a lot because there's a particular energy of alignment that you are in. When you are aligned, even some of these things you don't even ask for them. They just come. You know, so when you are in this lane, then this thing, there's your energy, your alignment has a power of holding things for you, even when it's not time. Because now when you are not aligned, when you are scattered, then those things, that is what is happening. So the moment right? So your alignment, your energy, your auras, you know, your frequencies have a way of covering everything that belongs to you, and those things will deliver to you materially or spiritually or wherever at the right time. Blind. Hey, oh, Gogo, my Gogo is here. Thank you, Gogo. So, I'm so excited, guys. You don't understand. What am I talking about? Okay, I spoke about the visions or why you don't trust yourself. Because they've always told you that there's power outside of you that is greater than you. We have never been given a chance to actually embrace who we are spiritually. And because of this is the first wound that African people had to go through, right? The ones that walk on the air, the ones that communicate with God through the sun. What happened? When the Westerns came, no, that one is not godly, because they knew that the only way you can overcome or rule a person is when you strip them off of their truth, strip them off of your identity. Then they change the mindset of how you knew yourself and how you saw yourself. And when they win here, they've already taken everything. So this wound of you trying so hard to, you know, believe in your gift and all that, it's not a one-day thing. It's not a walk in the park. Also, it is determined by how willing you are to stay in the process, and you know how much you are willing to play your part when all these beings are here and trying their best as well to raise you up, to show you the way. But you not answering the gift or anything that has to do with the gift that is very, 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 very painful to you. No, it doesn't start here, but there's grace, right? There's no need for us to be holding on and pointing fingers. You know what ancestors said to me? They said, listen, what was done was done. We don't have time to be holding on and pointing fingers and with all this patriarchy and what and what. You now shine. That's your now. Now you have the chance and the power to turn your life around. Since you know the truth, whatever truth that you know right now is enough for you to change the story and the timelines and the path and the truth of your bloodline. So we are no longer waiting, say, hey, if not for the white people, if not for this. My friend, I don't know. This thing you do for yourself is death. You are literally killing yourself. Because you cannot go to the past and correct it, but you can make peace with it, knowing that you don't have power over it, but what we have, even the future, you don't have power over it, because future is not even guaranteed. Like you can, so that's not going to you can feel your queen has died. What are you going to say? As much as I've got plans, I've got this, I want to go to this, I want to travel the world, and what. Tomorrow, or even a moment from now, is not guaranteed. The only power and chance that you have is now. So like I said to you guys, take whatever that I'm saying, because of I'm sitting with clients for 2 hours delivering almost every type of information, but with a different approach of modalities, because people are different. So nakere for free. So take this opportunity, because next time we don't pay. Imagine 1.5 3.5 it's very nice in this world. So God confusing, and your excitement is so contagious. I'm glad it is. So we need to heal the God wound. We need to heal the God wound, the God wound, the God wound, the God wound. I know next week we are doing this God wound thing. Mama Kaletan, we are no longer waiting for August. August is too far. We are healing the God wound. I will see the approach in which your ancestors want me to go through. But yeah, it's going to be on a private setting, because there are some bombs that I'm going to release for you, that only serious people need this, because this is a public thing. Some bad like spectator, but I'm calling those that say, you know what, Queen, I've got issues. My identity, I'm bruised. Sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm not, or I don't even know it at all. Wozala, let's talk about it, right? I will finish, like I said, we're going to finish this 21 days like in a bang, right? And then I'm going to tell you guys where yesterday what was happening to me yesterday I started feeling, I don't know, not okay. I slept like the whole afternoon, so I was not really okay. That is why I didn't deliver the link, like I said, but I'm going to make sure that today, I'm praying to God to help me, but today that I'm going to deliver, even on my timeline, and also on the the live streams, right? Okay, so let's heal that, so that you are able to show up, so that you can heal the bloodline, so that because when what you heal in you, this is what happens. You heal your people that are that have passed the and the ones that are alive and the ones that are coming. So how beautiful is it? Like when you are an alchemist, you are the most important, but you are important, very, 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 very important in this lifetime, right now, for you, for your people. You are, when they say that you are your ancestors' dreams, they're not playing, because they are waiting. They know that only you have the tenacity to stand, like David, standing before Goliath. Hey, you come with whatever that you're coming, and now I come in the name of the Lord. Those are, the generations of right now that God is saying, our ancestors are saying, that we know that if we've got this one, if this one can just say yes to the call, problem solved. Because they know you were a solution even before right now, when I realize that you were a solution in the beginnings of the beginnings, before the first man and woman of your lineage started living on this earth. You were already in the equation. So they knew that after 100 years, only one person can be able to change things. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. I can feel this church today. They knew that somebody, when you Connie, you Sandy, you Matumela, you Halalasa, they knew that this is who we're going to call, and she's going to be in this body. She will be a female, and at the age of 55 or the age of 12 or at the age of what, these are the things that she will do to change, the system, to break things, to shift things for the bloodline. Because if you guys are not doing these things, you are going to keep incarnating and incarnating. We don't want that. Please, can we start giving our children, new names. Tomorrow I will die, and then they will say Queen is crying. Hey, the child is crying, and then Queen said that this baby must be called Johanna Aisuka. Let another species of people that will bring something else that is different, that is more greater than what we have done. Let those generations arise. So, incarnation, guys, because if we don't fix this, we are coming back. We are coming back. All right, I'm done with the dreams and visions. The other one, I think what excites me is what I'm going to tell you today, right? What excites me? Another level of ancestors' responses, right? Hallelujah, 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 Gogo Sandy. Thanks, King, for bringing healing vitamins. We are doing this God will thing, Mama Halilizan. We can't. Lena, I need it. When I tell you guys that this calling is not only for the people, I will tell you the truth today in front of God and my ancestors. I never plan for live streams. I come here not knowing what I'm going to talk about. Have you ever seen me carrying a book or maybe referring? It's maybe once in a while if I have to point some of the things that I don't know by head. But some of these things, I don't know them. I come here, I get aha moments just like you. I come here, I get my answers like you. I come here, I get wowed like you. A lot. On a daily basis. So when I tell you guys that thank you for opening your homes, your hearts to me, I mean it. I really, really mean it, because without you, there wouldn't be me that is able to stand in front of this screen and this camera and speaking. You are so important in my life. I wouldn't get my aha moments because when the sun goes to the east, I go. When it goes to the left, I go. Those are the things. But this kind of things, when you serve, when you are in your element, I like that one. When you are in your element, these are the aha moments that I'm telling you guys. When you are in your element, like you leave. And I pray that all of you will find that one thing, that piece of the puzzle of your life, and uphile, and when you are alive, you make your people alive. Your ancestors live through you, which puts me in one of my most powerful revelations ever since I started with this ancestral guidance. Again, we spoke about levels. We spoke about levels of the outer experience. We spoke about levels of your inner, your dreams and visions and intuition. And we spoke about your candles and all that, right? So now we are going deeper. This one is the third dimension, is the Holy of Holies. We are entering into the Holy of Holies. We just come from the outer, the inner place. We are in the Holy of Holies right now. So this is what they do. Ancestors, when you are comfortable in your relationship with them, now they are no longer outside. They are where? Inside. There's something that is very powerful that will never separate you from your people. The DNA, your bloodline. I mean, your blood, right? The blood that flows inside of you, the DNA patterns is the same as the people that have passed. The spirit, as much as is of God, but God has given a particular amount. Let me give it with an example of faith. When God says that I have given each and every one of you a measure of faith. So our measures of faith are different. So our measures of spirit and how that spirit works in all of us is different. So the spirit that you have, that is why they say that you are the strength, or rather you function in the strength of your ancestors. So everything that you are, is 100%. Okay, let me say this. Have you imagined that if you can see my mother, you will say, even if you have never seen my mother, you'll say, Ola, you're not queen. She just looks like Queen. And sometimes you will look at our fingers, how even our nails have shaped, right? Our eyes, our set of teeth, our buttocks, like that is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. That an ancestor is not outside. But before they can come and activate this, what I'm telling you, what I'm gonna go deeper with you today, they will make you comfortable from the outer experience, which is the outer place, like I explained about the tabernacle of David, the outer place, then they come into the inner place and the Holy of Holies. So they will go, into stages and then, to paradise, wherever they want to take you, right? So one of the things, a beautiful example that I want to give. So before I can give that example, ancestors answer you through what? Your five senses. Seeing, hearing, tasting, feeling, and working. Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and touching. No? I spoke about intuition. I'm not going to go there. So these five senses, your ancestors answer. How? So you pray. I want to go somewhere, right? Thank you, my darling Gogo. I want to go somewhere. Today I've got an appointment, but or you just call, but my ancestors in general, and you ask them for guidance on whatever that you wish to understand at that particular time. What will happen? Have you noticed that one day you are going to do something that reminds you, like I've got one uncle of mine, my auntie's husband, he liked to do his hand like this, like literally when he's working wire. I don't know what you guys call it in English. He will do like this. So every time when I would pray about something or think about something, and I start doing like this, I know that, I remember him. Then automatically I know that he's around. He either wants to communicate through, either giving me the answer or he wants to tell me something. Your grandmother will like, or your grandfather will like to be sitting like this. Then all of a sudden, when now you're sitting like this, and then you remember, today I'm sitting like my grandfather. That is another way of them showing you, we are here. So what is it that you need to do? Ask questions. Let them go, thank you for your presence. How can I help you? Or what do you want to tell me? Like, depending on the relationship that you guys had, if it's somebody that you knew, then it will be very easy for you to converse. But even if it's somebody that you have had, used to do this, he used to like tea, or sometimes you're craving rooibos, guys. You'll be craving rooibos, and you know that your grandmother loved rooibos with milk and no sugar. What is the sense of tasting? Right? Sometimes you'll be smelling sniff. You'll be smelling sniff, and then there will be someone in your family who is an ancestor that has been working, smoking, or taking, particularly taxi. There's this taxi one that I have here, and a particular one working. Yes, and there is another one that we use that people, in the villages, they will be doing it for themselves, right? So you will know, your grandfather that used to smell BB or whatever type of tobacco, right? So they come through senses. That is how they answer you. So they live in you. Another example. You know that when you go to the Sangoma ceremonies, Mantoman, right? Or maybe somebody comes from Mutwas or whatever type of ceremony that is working Sangoma wise, right? You will see how a person will start reacting in a certain way, and all of a sudden they will tell you that, this is the voice of grandmother, right? It's not that the grandmother was somewhere outside, and then when you guys started to playing drums, and then the grandmother decided to come. The grandmother has already been inside of you. Now when you went through whatever process that you had to go through, the grandmother is activated. Hey, I love this one. So the grandmother is activated. That is why they come. Tomorrow you will hear that you are speaking like your grandfather. Tomorrow you will hear like you're speaking like your grandmother. Tomorrow you want to dress certain colors like your grandfather. Tomorrow you are smelling like, you know what, I want umkomboti. Tomorrow you want to eat, sour porridge. Right? Those are the things. And this is one thing that I'm going to tell you guys. About the five senses as well. I'm taking you a little bit deeper, where my ancestors started telling me that these five senses is not only for us to come and tell you things or communicate back to you, as much as us living this life through you. Did you hear me? Living this life through you. So if your grandmother struggled with worthiness and they don't see themselves staying in Cape Town, I'm giving my example. This is personal. When one of your grandmothers or your grandfather or your ancestor never saw themselves staying in Cape Town or even entering a plane, and when you have that desire, you heal them. When you take that decision of being great, when you take that decision of saying, I am going to show up for my dream, when you take that decision of saying, come rain, come sunshine, I'm going to Cape Town, with come to Cape Town with a 1,500 rand, what do? You carry your ancestors with you. You enter the plane, your grandmother heals, your grandmother is liberated, your grandmother is gaining the worthiness. What happens when your grandmother gains her worthiness? Double for you. Imagine when your grandmother gains her worthiness through you, when she heals her worthiness through you, it is doubled for you. It is your own personal worthiness and your grandmother's. So if your grandmother was somebody who was more bold and courageous like you, Jesus Christ, I don't know what is it that you're going to start doing now. When your grandmothers have healed whatever that they've been struggling with, when your grandmothers never saw themselves, staying in whatever areas of your grandmothers, never saw their dreams of being speakers come to be. Right now, there are some of my people, I know, like I'm not speaking alone. That is what I'm telling you, that some of these things that I'm telling you guys, I don't know them. So when I go to the slave, that's it. Hey guys, what's that? Let's do the work, right? Then they come. So when my ancestors who are speakers, who are teachers, see me show up, they heal. And what happens? Double for my gift, double for my anointing, double for the spirit that has been given to me. Because of what? I liberate those, I heal those whose voices were blocked, whose power of expression have blocked before they can even go. So if your grandmother have never ate, all this fancy food, my child, when you eat those foods, your grandmother tastes and they are fulfilled, they are healed. Some of us, our grandmothers don't even know chocolate cake. Some of us, our grandmothers never ate fruits to the fullest. So when you go into places and you go and buy your bowl and then you fill your fruits, you eat until you are satisfied. You heal your grandmother because of what? They are inside of you. Okay. As of yesterday, I've been smelling a white charcoal that my mother used to burn in the muti on. Right, what? Go ahead and burn. Your mother is trying to communicate to her, hey, with this charcoal, there's something that you need to burn. What is it that you need to use that charcoal for? They will tell you. Ask your mother. Mama Khaleza, sometimes I just smell strong incense stick when I know that I haven't used it for days. There's just a connection with someone. And it's so funny, guys, because our ancestors are not only people of the Southern African. Some of us, we come from India. Some of us, we come from Afghanistan. Some of us, we come from Nigeria. Some of us, we come from Morocco. Some of us, we come from whatever. Yes, rooibos tea with milk, my darling. So you are going to sometimes feel like you want to eat certain food that you have never even seen. That is when another level of your bloodline want to reveal themselves. Right, Tina, we come from Burkina Faso. Then this is what made us to land in South Africa. There's just so much that you guys will have to go through. And I'm also in the process, like I get new things on a daily basis. I get specific body pains and I will know she's around. Thank you. Thank you, Gogo. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Manlisha, you'll replay. So that this is basically what is happening. This is the highest note of how ancestors will communicate. If your grandmothers used to have womb issues and you are struggling, and maybe you don't know why when you are struggling with womb pain until you connect with them. Okay, this is the reason why you are having womb pains, and this is where it started, and this is how you can heal it. I'm done. Any questions? Let me go to the dreams, né? Okay, let me listen. If I'm missing anything. So, guys, if you didn't take anything, your ancestors live through you. If you have phobia for water, some of your people, they didn't pay their debts of, doing some ceremonies in the water there. So you carry the fear of your people with you until you are able to say, guys, let's go. Go. You have built a relationship. You're now gonna have to assure that time you're gonna have to carry your ancestor. Go, we're gonna be fine. We need to do this, and I'm gonna do it, and nothing's gonna happen to you. Right? You carry them to go and heal both of you. So the moment you enter into the altar, there's no more debt. Who is fine, you have entered, everything is just smooth. I need to check the womb pain, guys. It's a struggle. Doc, let's connect the way me and you have spoken in the inbox, and we'll see how we can do that. Yeah? Okay. I am going to now read the dreams. So your ancestors live through you, they live through you, they live through you. They live through you. If some of them, Togozani, if some of them died wishing to go to Namibia, to Botswana, or wherever, and you continuously will be having this thing, this burning inside of you, I want to go to Botswana, you didn't even know why. When you get there, you will be hearing things, you will be seeing more visions, or you will be meeting people that will be telling you things that is connected to somebody in your bloodline that is also connecting your own personal life. Like I said, an ancestor chooses you because you share the same karma. So if Ugu chooses you to be, idlozi or a Stunywa or the chief ancestor, they choose you because they know that when they were alive, the very same thing that you're struggling with, they struggled with. So it's very easy for them to guide you in healing you, and you heal them, and then you heal other people that struggle with the very same challenge, right? So I can go on. I can speak for the whole day. So let me do this one. Okay, Ghana, hey guys, my phone is very important. So I'm gonna take. Let me check how I can do this first three. I want to just go in and try it. Alright, guys, I'm gonna cry now. My dream, okay, let me start with the one Yaka Matumelo. Are my dream, okay, my dream, I was with three friends who are stone cold Christian. What is stone cold? Stone cold Christians while kneeling down praying. Suddenly I started to papat, okay. But I refuse to Togoza, but call the name of Jesus. My ancestors gave a huge clap. So you were in this dream, you were with these friends of yours who are Christians. But okay, I think yours is very clear, Matumela. So you were with these friends of yours who are bazalwana babatala, arababitse yawo. Green ancestors, I mean Christians, those ones that are inside the bazalwane za, right? And you were praying, and I started papata, and when okay, but I refused to talk Oza, but the name of Jesus. But I don't understand why your ancestors need to clap you. Okay. You need to unlearn and release the information that you have about bitter and angry and all those kind of ancestors that are violent and all that, because now say that you want to follow this dream, it will mean that your ancestors are telling you not to call the name of Jesus basically. And it, according to me, in my world, Jesus and ancestors and Togoza is the same thing, right? And I've never had any attacks from the devil or my leg was bruised or whatever since I did that. Truth is very key. It's important. Knowledge is important. So when decide what you want to do, Matume. Do you want to understand the ancestral, or you want to stay in the Christian way of doing things? Nobody's gonna shoot you, but know that there will be certain things that you are not gonna get. This is not a threat, it's the truth that there are certain things that angels and other beings are not able to do, like I explained, but ancestors are given that mandate in your life. So you decide, right, whether you want to break out of the fear, you want to break out of that knowledge of bitter and angry and all sorts of ancestors, right? And then when you allow yourself to release whatever that the problem is and where it comes from, then it will be easy for you, Matumelo, to do what? To welcome new energy, new spirit, new love, whatever that works with you. And I will not guarantee you that even if today you go and you decide that, no, I'm going to Twasa or to do whatever, that you are going to find the same truth that I stand for, because this is my truth, this is my journey, these are my experiences. No, nobody will explain the ancestral the way I do. You are either going to sit and say, listen, I'm going to have to listen to this girl's messages time and time and again in the area that I'm wounded in, or please, ancestors, connect me with somebody that will even take me deeper than where Queen is right now, because there are people that are deeper than where I am. Refuse to go lower than where you are right now, information that I am giving you. Ask for more. Ask for another level, right? Instead. Wagwan? So that's basically that. This dream is full of fear. This dream is full of misconceptions. If we will follow it really, we will say, for your ancestors don't want you to call the name of Jesus, which is wrong. Why the slap? Who slapped you when you are refusing to say Togoza? Basically, that's that. So what does that do? It's a dream from another side of spirit that is trying to manipulate your journey. Korevela, we told you already this ancestral thing, like I explained over the weeks. There are people, there are spirits that are waiting for you to start saying, "Oh no, I'm gonna show up." But because of they know that when you start showing up and believing in this thing, your life is gonna change drastically. They will do what? They will manipulate in whatever, and they will come according to what? To your energy. Clear your inside, clear your inside, clean your inside, clean, and clear, and then everything will go well, my darling. Thank you. Let me see another dream. Amen, my gogo. Thank you. Yo, I'll see the go. Okay, I was thinking I had a vision while I meditate. Two mermaids. Two mermaids holding my hands, and we were swimming across the ocean all over the world. When we came back to SA, my soul family was passing balls to me. What kind of balls? And were they baby time? Were they painful? Like wow. And how was like those people that you saying that they were passing? What was their expression? Were they passing balls out of playfulness, or they were passing balls to hurt you? Right. Let me. That is the question that I need you. I'll see Diego to come and please elaborate that. Then the first blue round balls. Yeah. Then what was their approach? Were they happy with you? They were playful, or Nabalian, right? So when I little mermaid la swim, right? Swimming, I'm trying to find a way of putting this. Um, Inhabitants. There's something that I want to talk about: inhabitants and element. Ne? So it was easy for you to swim. Again, it was easy for you to swim, and when you were swimming, you went throughout the world. So number one, there is they are saying, your people are saying that there's a particular space or element that you can be free to go anywhere and do anything and be anything that you want to be, right? Which is what? The element of water. That is where, oh, they were happy. Blue, fine. Then that is number one. Again, the inhabitants, or rather the element in which way now you can connect with, and you are able to reach out, your potential, or travel the world, or meet your dreams and all that, right? Which is what? Which is the water. And when you come back, so two, or as well, your two mermaids, obviously those represent your spirit guides, but number two, it's a number of agreement. The book of Amos says that two cannot walk together without an agreement. They are saying once you accept and agree that you are this kind of person that you know that you are, then it will be easier for you to flow like a fish inside the water, and with freedom, without any, you can't put a cat inside the water, it will choke, right? But the fish, half human, half person, the mermaid, you can do whatever. You can have your spiritual encounters and the physical joined together, balanced for your what? For your evolution. But you've got to do what? Number two, agree, right? If I will put the two guides plus you, it's what? Is three, is number three, which is what? It is the balance, your holistic living, which is your body, soul, and spirit, right? So that is where you will get izinto zakho, right? Now the ocean is blue, right? And your people coming to throw blue balls, and they are what? I forgot. There's a representation of the color blue. I forgot. Please go and start and learn. Go and learn about your color, the color blue, what it stands for. Yeah, please go and study the color blue. I forgot what it stands for, but it will tell you for the blue of the ocean and blue of the color of those balls that they were throwing in joy. They're actually connected. But I even forgot what I said to you. So clearly it was not even me that I was interpreting that dream. What was I saying? I forgot. I am done here. I'll still, but let me go to another person. But yeah, I hope I was able to decode that for you, right? If you don't remember, come back. Who else? Ausconi, I think you had put a dream more, but I can't find it. They were saying I have what I want. Ha! Amen. What? Ausconi, can you copy that dream and post it again? If it's a go in. I can't. I'm struggling to find it. Thank you, my darling. Or maybe ke aka bona pila Ausconi. Maybe it was not a dream, ne? Oh no, I don't think that you have. All right. Okay. Let me go here, Zalan. Thank you so much for for joining. Okay, I was going to also get. You did. Oh, you did send a dream. Please copy it and paste. I will wait for you. Ne? Yeah, ke bone e tshabile hape. Oh, Jesu. Kante why phone e le slash so? Oh, thank you, Coco. Thank you. Okay, Collins dreams say I dreamt I was with a particular lady I don't know. She was helping me to get into this lake. The water was so clean and almost pure. Okay, lake. Right. As soon as I got in, I see that she now on the other side of the lake as if she jumped over. The side she was on had beautiful falls, but I can't go over, and I realized that I can't even get out. I woke up crying. In my dream, I'm always in a body of water, and recently I've been seeing water creatures, mostly reptiles. Okay, firstly, this person was a guide. Ne? Is your guide, is your water guide. Basically, what she's trying to tell you for you to come in the other side of the waterfalls and these beautiful things that you have seen, maybe the gardens and all that, you've got to pass through a particular body of water. Now, that literally does not mean that we're now on maybe it's in the natural means that you're gonna have to cross the lake. It basically means that you have to go where there is a lake and do a certain prayers, let me call them prayers or ceremonies there to activate your way of getting into the other side. So the only way you can get into those beautiful things that you have seen is through you activating yourself or honoring what you are connected with regards to that particular body of water, which is the lake. So possibly after you get to the other side, they will show you again what you have to do and all that and all that. And when you have those kind of dreams, your reptiles and all that, write them down and study for those reptiles. What do they represent? And like I said, you can still use Google, but your people will be in a much better space to explain to you for the a snake represents what, like I'm wearing a peacock a barking a cloth. I know what a peacock means for me and my people. There will be maybe it's a crocodile. A crocodile will stand for something for me and my people, and the same thing with yours. And there will be a snake, a particular snake, a cobra or whatever, I have one which represent something as well for me and my people. So you have to know all these things, right? And listen for it. What are they interpreting? What are they saying to you? But basically, that dream to say that before you can get to the other side, because it's unfortunate, Uring, you have to go through. I have you. You've got my support. The reptiles are saying you've got my support. But then she's not allowed to do. The only thing that she can do is show you your path, and you will meet her to the other side. So there are certain things that you need to do. They need human responsibility, right, to do in that particular. So you've got to also ask her which lake is it that I need to go to, and what is it that I need to do, how I need to go with, and it's very safe as well to go with someone. Who do I go with to that particular lake? Thokozani. Okay. Okay, Matumela Areng, the dream I had before I started listening to you, I made peace, my path of learning. Oh, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Okay, guys. I feel like I'm drained a little bit now. So for those that want to take advantage of my promo pack, there is the promo pack. Let's come and decode your candles. Let's come and decode your candle flames, your waxes, your dreams, whatever that you want to. Strip sessions can be able to decode a lot of things, can be able to do some clearing if you need. If your ancestors will say we need to do some energy clearing and what, we will do that. So take advantage of this. It's ending on the 17th. After the 17th is gone, right? So thank you everyone for coming. Gogo Sandy, thank you everyone, and thank you to your guides for trusting me with your transformation for today. And I'm so excited. Let's come tomorrow and see what's gonna happen. Gogo Koni say thank you, Gogo. I'm on it. I will go and ask Thokozani Gogo. Yeah, let me go and do what I'm supposed to do now. Compiling next week's mandate while we finish. Yeah, so I'm very grateful, guys. I will see you on the streets of Facebook. Sharp. I love you all.